Now to the men's 100 metres butterfly. This is the final for S8 swimmers. And there's the lineup for you. Larsen, Kimmig, Austin, Giles Long of Great Britain, Blondum of Denmark, Munoz of Spain, Squiliber of Slovakia and Jacobsen of Denmark. This is for swimmers with full use of arms and trunks with some leg function, or swimmers with the use of one arm only or some limb loss. Should be a good race, this. 2 lengths of the pool, and Giles Long defends the title he won in 1996.
Interestingly enough, under FINA law, Giles has to breathe to the right-hand side, the opposite direction to his leading arm. He will be breathing every single stroke, taking enough oxygen to diffuse that lactic acid, which will be burning into those thighs as he drives off the wall into that second 50-metre leg.
Well, he's certainly got off very quickly, and he leads from Blondum of Denmark. And the Briton is certainly leading this field at the moment, and looks to me to be moving away, but Blondum of Denmark putting a bit of pressure on the near side.
31.88 seconds at the 50-metre turn. That's very, very fast and well inside world record pace. 25 metres to go. This is where his thighs will really be burning now into the final closing stages.
Giles Long then from the City of Salford Club. He lives in Manchester, swims there, Paralympic champion at 100 fly 4 years ago. And look at this, he's maintaining his advantage. A terrific swim, he's the champion again.
Now this, thank you. This is the gold medal from that race. Now when you come back from the Games, both the Olympic and the Paralympic teams get invited to 2 key receptions. One is hosted by the Prime Minister at 10 Downing Street, and the other is hosted by the Queen at Buckingham Palace. Now, a couple of days before going to Buckingham Palace, I was feeling a little bit under the weather. Not really properly ill, but just a little bit under the weather. And on the day itself, I said to myself, well, shall I go, shan't I go? I thought, Giles, this is Buckingham Palace. It's a chance to meet the Queen. You might never get asked to go again. So I went down there, and all of the gold medalists were shown into a separate antechamber to meet the Queen personally before the reception proper got started. And we're standing around 3 sides in the kind of square horseshoe shape. I'm standing along the back wall here, opposite the door. The equestrian team are standing over by the door. We're all dressed very smart. And it's hot in this room. I mean, it's really hot in this little room. And we kept standing for about 3/4 of an hour. Eventually, the Queen emerges in the door. She's got the Minister for Sport behind her, and she starts making her way around the lineup. Now, you might not know this, but there's only 2 things that the Queen really wants to talk about. One is corgis, you know, the little dogs, and the other is horses. So she gets the equestrian team, and she cannot believe her luck. She's just like, oh, horses, oh, how fantastic, oh, I love horses. You own horses, I ride horses, oh, how lovely, oh, how marvellous, oh, horses. She eventually gets to me and she says, do you own a horse? I said, 100 metres butterfly, Mum. She said, congratulations, and moved on. She got about 3 people past me, and all of a sudden the room started to spin. I thought to myself, oh, Giles, oh, not here. Not in Buckingham Palace, not with the Queen in the room. You're not going to faint here, are you? OK, you are. So I said to one of our aides, I've got to get out of here right now. He said, yes, sir, come with me. So I started following him across the room. I got about halfway, I could feel myself starting to go, at which point the Minister for Sport could see I was in trouble, and she started walking towards me. I thought, fantastic, I want to be saved by the Minister for Sport. But instead, typical politician, sorry guys, all she did, she stuck her hand out, lifted my gold medal from off my neck, and I fainted from underneath it, with the Queen still going around the room shaking people's hands. I woke up in the adjoining ballroom. Huge, great gold leaf ceiling. Just me, laying on my back on the carpet with my feet up on a chair. And the team doctor standing over me with a big Cheshire cat grin on his face. And true to the Hippocratic oath, he said, I can't wait to tell the others about this. So I'm pretty much having the worst day of my life. I've got to go home, obviously. But the only way out was to go back through the main reception. So with a very ashen face and a shaky hand holding a glass of water, I gingerly entered the back of the room, and at that exact moment was outflanked by a half-cut Duke of Edinburgh, who staggered over and said, well, I have to say, you look a lot better upright, and staggered off again. And I eventually made it out there, and I phoned up my dad and I said, Dad, you're not going to believe this. And he was really cool about it. He said, listen, son, you know, we're all human. These things happen. Don't worry about it. Let's be honest, Paralympians, they don't get much media coverage. Apart from the people there, you'll probably get away with this. Go home, put your head down, tomorrow's a new day. I thought, great, that's good advice, that, Dad. That's great advice. Went home, I went to bed. Woke up next day to the sound of my mobile phone ringing. It was a mate of mine, and he said, have you seen the Daily Star? The Daily Star ran this headline. Anyway, years later on, I went back to Buckingham Palace on this day. Fortunately, she didn't remember me. And she's actually given me my MBE, not straightening my tie. But after this day, I went to a party that my mum and dad were hosting, so I could thank everyone that helped me in my swimming career over the years. Now, before I went to that party, if someone had asked me who helped me, I would have said my mum, my dad, and my coach. But when I got there was the first 2 people that ever taught me how to swim. There was a lady who used to open up on reception at 4:30 in the morning in Braintree. Psychologist, nutritionist. There was a guy who used to mend my car for free. Now, it takes a lot of people to put someone like me in the middle spot of the rostrum, and hopefully we're going to be honouring lots of them tonight. So I shall shut up now and hand over to Richard. Cheers.
Ladies and gentlemen, Giles Long.